Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Cat's Cottage. Already got my coffee here. It's nice and hot. And I got my nice opal earrings on for my anniversary of 30 years. And everything, well, yesterday was an unusual day. Uh, I had the feeling not to leave the house, really. Kept thinking of ways, you know, how we were going to eat here at the house. And my husband said, "No, I want to take you to a nice place. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because it's not the same anymore. It's not the same." And I say that meaning you go in a restaurant and it's loud kids screaming and hollering, kids running around, people happy birthday to you all over the place. And I don't like that, you know. You want to have a loud birthday party, go to one of those places where they have birthdays and do that, you know. Don't push it on anybody else. If I sound like a sourpuss, so be it. You can write that in there too, you know. Uh, you know, the ones that like to judge, write that in there. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with this. I got to keep my feelings under control here. Anyway, so he said, you know what? There's a new restaurant that's opened up, a little one here in Portland. It's it's called Voodoo Cafe. I said, are you kidding me? I was just talking about Voodoo. He said, yeah, it's called Voodoo Cafe. And so I looked it up to make sure he wasn't dreaming. And sure enough, it's Voodoo Cafe. So we went over there. And now I'm not making this up. We went in the door. And the tables were full of people. There was no table to sit. Okay. And we looked around, and everybody there, well, it was like couples, or two women, two men, or something. Nobody was eating. Nobody was drinking. And they were all sitting there, and they wasn't having a conversation. It looked like they were frozen. And I'm like, what's going on here? And I looked backward toward where there should be, work and kitchen and all that. I didn't see any movement. And so we stood there a few minutes, and he said, how about us go over to the highway and go into the other Cracker Barrel if they hadn't tore it down. Okay, let's go. Anyway, that was weird, wasn't it, about the Voodoo Cafe, that I had been talking to y'all about voodoo, and then I go to the Voodoo Cafe. Anyway, the outside looked peaceful enough, but inside, I mean, it looked fun. It had an outside area for the summer, and they were working on it, you know. Inside, it was terrible. It was unhappy looking, you know. And so I was leaving. He said, let's go to that other Cracker Barrel. I'm kind of backing out with I'm not walking out, turning and walking out. I'm backing out. I said, that place is giving me bad vibes. You know, even if it had been named something else, I wouldn't have liked it, what it looked like. Anyway, backed out of there. We went over to the other Cracker Barrel. Well, you could see the video of what I saw. There wasn't a building there, nothing there. And, you know, I thought, well, Cracker Barrel kind of did it to themselves. And like I said, I wrote down to this person that laughed about it. I said, you know, I had a lot of memories there, and it really upset me when it was gone. I was a young woman when I started going there. You know. And anyway, um, we went on the expressway there, and we went on up to the overpass, viaduct, whatever y'all call it. We took the exit to go over to the other side of the highway. That's the way I said it when we were kids, freeway and highway. Anyway, we noticed all this fancy brickwork, stonework, wrought iron and everything right here in the middle of nowhere on that overpass. I thought, we were both looking at it like, what in the world? Look how fancy that is. And it's going nowhere. This side, there's nothing. That side, they're building stuff. So, I put it together. Maybe they're going to make something and they want to walk way over. But where's it going to? It's not going to anywhere. It's kind of like what Bartlett did. They built all these little gazebos all over the place that were like 10,000 a piece. And they were going nowhere. Nobody could use them. They were sitting off and here and there. And, we need our roads repaired. We got potholes everywhere and the markings are fading away. Anyway, let me get back to my day, my anniversary day. So we turned left off the expressway from the exit by that fancy stonework. And I'll be darned, we were on the wrong side of the road and incoming traffic. The light had changed at a distance and they were all coming toward us. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go again. Here we go again. He didn't go, instead of going across the highway and then down, he just turned real sharp into the oncoming traffic. Thank goodness there was nothing there. So past this viaduct is an exit. And boy, he gunned the truck up and cut real quick down into that exit. Well, needless to say, we were going back home. So we went back home and found another exit and turned back and tried it again. So I told him, I said, listen, this is what I've been trying to talk to you about. It's not your eyes. You wanted your eyes fixed so you could see to drive. It's not the eyes. It's your age. Your judgment is getting off. And if he has a big ego and he don't like that, I said, I've tried to talk to you about your judgment. It's a waste. We'll just have to have an accident for him to understand. And then probably won't even understand then. Anyway, we flipped back around. I said, now this time, please get in that far right lane. I don't care if it's the wrong lane or not, but get over there, way over there. And then you can come back across into the lane you need. So that's what he did. But we went in, we had a good time. Everything was nice. Our waitress was really sweet. We had a great time. But, like I said, it was an unusual day. And I told him, I said, well, it's time to go. I said, we need to go and get the ticket, and we were going up to the counter and pay for it. He said, no, she's going to come back, and get our ticket, and go ring it up, fix it, and then come back. I said, no, she's not. I said, that's not the way it works here. When you get through eating, you get up with your ticket, and you walk to the counter, and you pay out there. Don't you remember? I'm like, oh, gosh. So I took a little bit to convince him to take the ticket to the counter, and so he did that. He's as sweet as he can be, but sometimes, he's just getting older and he's not thinking straight. He's not focusing on what he's doing. So, but anyway, I said, I hope the heck we make it back home. We don't get killed. I'm a great anniversary partner, ain't I? Okay, well, I tell you, he's gone into the wrong traffic. 1, 2, 3, 4 times in maybe 5 years, 4 times. Yeah. Head on. And each time there must have been an angel right above our car and got us out of there. But anyway, after I got over that, I got home. I'm like, oh, I'm never leaving this house again. You don't have to worry about me wanting to go anywhere. I'm staying home. But, and I didn't let you ruin my day, okay? You telling me I was judging everybody. You talk about neighbors like you do. Like you do. You know, okay, so you're not in my place, okay? You're not where I'm at. I'm talking to the public, and I'm talking to a lot of people. You're not. Oh, who am I going to talk about? What story am I going to tell? Uh, don't talk about your mama. Don't talk about your daddy. Don't talk about your brothers and sisters. Don't talk about your neighbors. Don't talk about your husband. Don't talk about nobody. Just sit here and be fakey and say, it's a wonderful day, isn't it? It's just a great day. You know, I just love all y'all. Just sit here and be fakey. Now, I'm getting, I'm getting out of whack, ain't I? Oh gosh, you can't go, can you? You just can't go. You haven't left yet. I can see it. You can't go without saying something ugly. You come in, and here's what you do. You come in just to do this. You come in and you sit and you wait and you listen and you watch. And when you get your opportunity, you take your little knife and you jab it in. That's what you do. And it happens over and over and over to y'all that do this. It just thrills you. You know what? I've been jabbed a whole lot of times. You ain't killed me yet. So, and I'm talking out of my head. Oh gosh. You know, they say on here, come on the exact time, say the same things. This is advice. And it's good advice because, you know, do the same thing. Don't do anything different. I'm not getting paid talking to y'all. This is no money here. I'm not getting paid at all. The only way I get paid on there, I get a money sign, is when I do little short ones. Little short ones about, little things here and there. I don't get paid to sit here and yak. I'm nobody, I'm not like a celebrity that they got. But anyway, I don't know what to say to you. I just don't want you around me, really. But you just keep coming back, don't you? Consider me like your, let's see, y'all all got somebody in your family that talked about the neighbors. Come on, you all got somebody. You just like to talk about your neighbor. But, oh, I'm talking about my neighbors too. But I'm just talking to you. You talk about everybody, but I'm just talking to you. I'm just talking to you, my husband. I'm not talking to anybody else. I'm talking to you. This is between me and you. You know? I'm not ugly to my neighbors. I say hello to them. I try to have a conversation with them when I can, but it ain't worked. It ain't worked. Here's a little example. I'm gonna talk about the lady next door. This is because it's an example. I was out there cleaning. Sometimes I'll clean the street. I'll sweep somebody else's gutter, or I'll go pick up trash I see blowing around in somebody else's yard. Anyway, where I live, there's a fence and it's a dead end. There's 2 houses past me, and it's a dead end. And sometimes these houses have been empty a lot. This one has gone empty like 7 times. And this one across the street went empty once for a long time. And I kept the yard up. You know, if I saw trash or limbs, special limbs fall down and all that, I'd go over there and pick them up. And then the end of the street I kept clean. Well, I went out to do this again. Uh, she never trims the edge of her yard. And I don't care if you tell her or not. I mean, the grass grows all over in the street, and I see my husband down there. And I used to do it years ago. He's down there cleaning it up. Anyway, I was down on the end down there, and I had my lawnmower. And the leaves had come down heavy. And so I run the lawnmower over the leaves. I ran it over both street sides. And then I started to get it up down there. And she comes out and says, this is my fence. And I said, okay. Yeah, this is my fence. Uh, so I said, well, I'm just going to be truthful with you. It's not your fence. I don't know who told you that, but the city put this up, and they put it up because my husband went down there and talked to them and requested it because we had little thugs coming through down this, and we wanted to put a stop to it. Oh no, this is my fence. I said, so that means you're gonna clean and sweep and run the mower in front of this fence and get this high grass down and these leaves. So this is your fence and this is your street here. All this is yours. She got kind of quiet, and I just continued what I was doing. I didn't say, okay, I'm not going to do it or nothing. I went ahead and finished and come in. But that's an example. Now I don't know where I was going. I was giving you an example of the neighbors and how they act. You can't, oh, I know what it was. Interact with them. You can't interact with them. You can't. Now, I don't know who in the world, I lived out in the country too. I didn't interact when my neighbors came over to check on me or say hi. I talked, it was nice. Talk to them and we talked to each other and all that stuff. That's being neighborly. But when you come out and you're hateful and you talk, well, that's my fence. What you doing? Uh, that's different. That's different. And are you supposed to say, oh, I love you? No, I don't love you. And I'm not going to go out of the way to interact with you. And I hear a lot of times them talking about, oh, we don't we don't even know our neighbors anymore. We don't talk to our neighbors. Get out there and talk to your neighbors. Get out there and make friends with. They don't want you to be friends. They want you to, they got chalk drawn around their little boundary or what they imagine their boundary is, and they don't want you in it. So just say what you want to say about that. Okay, I'm getting worked up again, ain't I? Oh, I gotta go, y'all. I've talked long enough, and I have done nothing but fussed. Uh, I am thankful for what I have, uh, but I'm smart enough to know, you know, to stay away from certain things. But and I'm dumb on the other hand. So I don't know where I'm going with this. Y'all gonna have to run me off. Oh, okay. I gotta go. I might delete this video. Goodbye, everybody. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. 31 of you said happy anniversary. Thank you. That's really sweet. Bye bye.